Welcome back to the Learn English with Ash podcast. I'm Natasha.
And I'm Zach. Today, we have something really special for you.
If you're a beginner or early intermediate learner, this episode is perfect for you. In just a few minutes, you're going to learn how to talk about your morning routine like a native English speaker.
Natasha, why is learning morning routine vocabulary so important?
Great question. Your morning routine is something you do every single day, right? And it's one of the most common topics in casual conversations, job interviews, and small talk with colleagues.
That's true, but here's the problem. Most learners sound really formal or robotic when they talk about it.
Exactly. They say things like, my alarm sounds at 7 o'clock, or I awaken at dawn, instead of the natural way native speakers actually talk.
So today, we're going to fix that. By the end of this episode, you'll know 20 to 30 key phrases and phrasal verbs that will make you sound natural and confident.
Before we start, I need you to do something very important. This is called shadowing practice.
Shadowing means you repeat what you hear immediately, out loud, copying the rhythm and tone.
Don't worry about grammar. Don't think too much. Just listen to me say a phrase and then repeat it during the pause we give you.
It's like learning a song. You copy the melody and the words at the same time.
So grab your headphones, find a quiet space, and get ready to speak out loud. Your voice is your most important tool today.
Are you ready? Let's do this. Natasha, let me ask you something. Why do so many learners struggle to talk about something as simple as their morning?
That's the key question, Zach. The problem isn't that learners don't know vocabulary. The problem is they're using the wrong kind of vocabulary.
What do you mean, the wrong kind?
Okay, imagine a beginner wants to say their alarm woke them up. They might say, my alarm sounds at 7 o'clock. Technically correct, right?
Yeah, I can understand that sentence.
But native speakers never say, my alarm sounds. We say, my alarm goes off. That's the natural phrasal verb.
Ah, I see. So learners are using formal textbook English when they should be using casual, everyday phrasal verbs.
Exactly. And that's what makes them sound robotic. They say, I awaken instead of I wake up. They say, I consume breakfast rapidly instead of I scarf down breakfast.
I consume breakfast rapidly. That sounds like a robot giving a medical report.
Right. And that's the misconception we're going to destroy today. Speaking naturally isn't about using fancy words. It's about using the right words, the phrasal verbs and idioms that native speakers actually use every single day.
So, listeners, if you've been trying to sound formal to sound smart, we're going to teach you how to sound natural instead.
Zach, let me give you a metaphor that makes this really clear.
I love metaphors. What is it?
Learning morning routine phrases is like building your actual morning routine. Think about when you first started brushing your teeth as a child.
Okay, yeah. At first, it's hard. You have to think about every step.
Exactly. You have to remember, pick up the toothbrush, put toothpaste on it, brush the front teeth, brush the back teeth, rinse your mouth. Every step requires thinking.
But now, I don't even think about it. I just do it automatically while I'm half asleep.
That's the point. Once you practice something every day, it becomes automatic. Your brain doesn't need to translate or think. It just flows.
So, how does this apply to English phrases?
When you first learn a phrase like, my alarm goes off, it feels strange. You want to translate it. You think, why does it go off? That doesn't make sense.
Right, because in your native language, it might be completely different.
But if you practice saying, my alarm goes off, 10 times, 20 times, using it in sentences, repeating it out loud, eventually it becomes automatic. You don't think about it anymore. You just say it naturally, like brushing your teeth.
So the secret is repetition and practice, not memorizing grammar rules.
Exactly. That's why shadowing is so powerful. You're training your mouth and your brain to work together automatically.
I love that. So listeners, don't worry if these phrases feel weird at first. Just keep practicing, and soon they'll feel as natural as tying your shoes or making your coffee. Zach, can you explain why shadowing works? Like, what's happening in our brain?
Great question. There's actually science behind this. When you shadow, when you repeat immediately after hearing something, you're activating multiple parts of your brain at the same time.
Really? What's parts?
You're using your listening brain to hear the phrase, you're using your speaking brain to produce the sounds, and you're using your memory brain to store the rhythm and pronunciation.
So it's like a full brain workout.
Exactly. And here's another metaphor. Think of learning English phrases like learning to ride a bike.
Oh, I like this one.
When you first try to ride a bike, you wobble, you fall, you have to think about balancing, pedaling, steering, all at the same time. It feels impossible.
Yeah, and your brain is working so hard just to stay upright.
But what happens after you practice for a few days? Your body learns the pattern, your muscles remember, and suddenly you're riding without thinking.
And once you learn, you never forget. Even years later, you can still ride a bike.
That's exactly what happens with phrasal verbs. Once your mouth learns the phrase, I hop in the shower, it stays in your muscle memory. You don't have to translate hop every time. Your mouth just says it automatically.
So, listeners, I know some of these phrases might sound strange at first. You might think, why do we say hop in the shower? I don't hop like a rabbit.
Right, it's not literal. Hop in just means to quickly get into the shower. It's casual and natural.
The key is to trust the process. Don't translate. Don't overthink. Just repeat, practice, and let your brain build those automatic patterns.
And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to teach you 30 phrases, one section at a time, with plenty of pauses for you to shadow and practice.
All right, listeners, this is the main part of the episode. Get ready to speak out loud.
We're going to break your morning routine into 4 parts: waking up, getting ready, breakfast time, and leaving the house.
Remember, don't be shy. Repeat after Natasha during every pause. Let's start.
Let's start with the very first moment of your day, when your alarm wakes you up.
Oh, the worst moment of the day for me.
I know, right? Okay, here's the first phrase. Listen carefully, then repeat. My alarm goes off. Good. Again, my alarm goes off at 6:30.
So, Natasha, why do we say goes off and not sounds or rings?
Great question. Goes off is the natural phrasal verb we use for alarms, timers, and even bombs. It just means it starts making noise or activating.
So never say my alarm sounds. Always say my alarm goes off.
Exactly. Now, next phrase. This is what many people do when they're too tired. I hit the snooze button. One more time. I'm so tired, I hit the snooze button.
Oh, I do this every single morning. Hit the snooze button, sleep 5 more minutes, hit it again.
Me too! Okay, next phrase. This is an idiom that means you're very tired when you finally get out of bed. I roll out of bed. When my alarm goes off again, I roll out of bed.
Wait, do you literally roll onto the floor?
No, it's an idiom. It just means you get up slowly because you're so tired. You're not energetic, you just kind of roll out.
Ah, I got it. It's like saying you're dragging yourself out of bed.
Exactly. Now, here are two phases that learners always confuse. Listen carefully. Oh no, I overslept. Next, every now and then I sleep in.
Okay, what's the difference between overslept and sleep in?
Great question. Overslept means you accidentally woke up late. You didn't want to be late. It was a mistake.
So if I say, oh no, I overslept, it means I missed my alarm and now I'm late for work.
Exactly. But sleep in means you intentionally stayed in bed late. Maybe it's Saturday, you don't have work, so you sleep in on purpose.
So overslept is bad, it's an accident, but sleep in is good, it's relaxing.
Perfect, you got it. Now, here's a fun phrase parents use to wake up their kids. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. I wake up my kids and say, rise and shine.
That's so cheerful. My mom used to say that to me every morning.
It's a friendly, loving way to wake someone up. Okay, let me give you 3 quick idioms about morning personality. I'm a morning person. This means you enjoy waking up early and you have lots of energy in the morning. I'm an early riser. This means you wake up early, but maybe you don't love it. You just do it. The early bird catches the worm.
What does that idiom mean?
It means if you start early, you'll be successful. The bird that wakes up first gets the food.
Ah, so it's about being productive in starting your day early.
Exactly. And one more idiom before we move on. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Usually my kids are happy, but sometimes they wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
What does that mean?
It means you're in a bad mood for no clear reason. You just feel grumpy when you wake up.
Oh, like when I haven't had my coffee yet.
Great job, everyone. Now let's talk about getting ready. Taking a shower, brushing your teeth, getting dressed.
Keep shadowing. Don't stop now.
I hop in the shower. Then I hop in the shower.
Hop in. Does that mean jump into the shower?
Not literally. Hop in just means to quickly get into the shower. It's casual and natural.
So it's about speed and casualness, not actually hopping like a rabbit.
Exactly. Okay, next phrase. I wash my face. I wash my face with warm water and soap. I brush my teeth.
Listeners, for teeth, your tongue should touch your front teeth for the th sound, not tease, teeth.
Good tip, Zach. Let's try it again slowly. Brush my teeth. Next, I take off my glasses and I put in my contacts.
Take off means remove, and put in means insert. These are the natural phrasal verbs for glasses and contacts.
Never say, I remove my spectacles and insert my eye lenses. That sounds so formal and weird.
Yeah, you'll sound like a robot from the 1800s.
Okay, next phrase is about choosing your clothes. I pick out my clothes. Then I pick out my clothes for the day.
Pick out means to choose or select, much more natural than I select my garments.
Then I get dressed.
Remember, the ed at the end sounds like a T. Say dress T, not dress said.
Great. One more phrase for this section. I make the bed. I usually make the bed. It makes me feel more organized.
Make the bed means to arrange your blankets and pillows neatly.
All right, you're clean, you're dressed. Now it's time to eat. Let's learn the breakfast phrases.
This is my favorite part of the day.
My husband whips up breakfast. Once the kids are awake, my husband whips up something for breakfast. I throw together some lunches.
Throw together means to make something quickly without much planning. You're in a hurry.
We scarf down breakfast. We sit down at the table and scarf down breakfast.
Scarf down? What does that mean?
It means to eat very quickly, usually because you're in a hurry. You're not enjoying the food slowly, you're eating fast.
So, never say, I consume my food with great speed.
Exactly. Just say, I scarf down my breakfast. Much more natural. I grab a banana. Sometimes I skip breakfast and just grab a banana.
Grab means to quickly take something, super casual and common.
I have a bowl of cereal. I have a bowl of cereal with milk.
For simple breakfast descriptions, we use have plus the food. Easy.
Okay, last section. You're full of energy, and now it's time to leave the house and start your day.
Keep going, listeners. You're doing great.
I head out the door. They grab their things and head out the door.
Head out means to leave. Head out the door is the natural way to describe departing.
I see them off. I see them off as they leave the house.
See someone off means to say goodbye to someone as they're leaving. It's warm and affectionate.
We gotta get going. We gotta get going. We don't want to be late.
In casual American English, got to becomes gotta, and want to becomes wanna. This makes you sound more natural and fluent.
I pack my bag. After that, I pack my bag with my wallet, keys, and phone. I plan out my day. Now it's time for me to plan out my day.
Plan out is a phrasal verb that means to plan. Adding out adds more natural flavor.
I check my emails first thing.
First thing means the very first thing you do. Notice there's no preposition, just first thing.
I make a to-do list. I check my emails and make a to-do list. I get started on my to-do list.
Get started on means to begin working on something.
I take a break. After working for a few hours, I take a break and make some tea.
Fantastic work, everyone. You just learned 30 essential morning routine phrases.
Zach, before we wrap up, I want to share a quick story about one of my students.
Oh, I love student success stories. Tell us.
I had a student named Marco. He was an intermediate learner from Brazil, and he was really frustrated because he studied grammar for hours every day, but he still sounded robotic in conversations.
That's so common. What happened?
One day, Marco was in a conversation group with native English speakers. Someone asked him about his morning routine, and Marco tried really hard to sound sophisticated.
What did he say?
He said, I awaken at dawn because the early avian secures the invertebrate.
Wait, what? The early avian secures the invertebrate?
Yeah, he was trying to say the early bird catches the worm, but he translated every word literally. Bird became avian, worm became invertebrate, and catches became secures.
Oh, no. That sounds so formal and weird.
Exactly. The native speakers were confused. They thought he was making a joke. Marco felt so embarrassed that he stopped participating in the conversation.
That's so sad. What happened after?
Marco came to me and said, I don't want to sound like a textbook anymore. I want to sound natural.
So I taught him exactly what we taught you today. The real phrases native speakers use.
And did it work?
Yes, after just 2 weeks of shadowing practice, Marco joined another conversation group. This time, when someone asked about his morning, he said, my alarm goes off at 6, I hit the snooze button a few times, then I roll out of bed and hop in the shower.
That sounds so natural.
The native speakers smiled and nodded. One of them even said, same here. I can never get up on the first alarm. Marco told me later that he felt like he finally belonged in the conversation.
That's such a powerful story. And that's what we want for all of you listeners, to feel confident and natural when you speak English.
Exactly. You don't need fancy vocabulary. You just need the right vocabulary.
All right, listeners, we're at the end of today's episode.
You just learned 30 essential phrases for talking about your morning routine in English. From my alarm goes off to I take a break. You now have the tools to sound natural and confident.
Remember, these phrases won't stick if you only listen once. You need to practice them every day, just like brushing your teeth or tying your shoes.
So here's your challenge. Tomorrow morning, as you go through your routine, try to describe what you're doing in English using the phrases we taught you today.
Say it out loud, even if you're alone. Say, my alarm goes off. I hit the snooze button a few times. Then I roll out of bed and hop in the shower.
And if you want to practice even more, go back to the beginning of this episode and shadow all the phrases again. Repetition is the key.
Now, before you go, we have 3 quick requests.
First, if this episode helped you, please give us a like or a 5-star rating. It helps other learners find the podcast.
Second, share this episode with a friend who's learning English. Learning together is more fun.
And third, leave us a comment. Tell us, what's the first thing you do when you wake up? Use one of the phrases we taught you today.
For example, you could say, my alarm goes off and I hit the snooze button 3 times.
We read every single comment, and we love hearing from you.
Thank you so much for listening to the Learn English with Ash podcast. We'll see you in the next episode.
Keep practicing, keep shadowing, and remember, you don't need perfect English, you just need natural English.
Until next time, happy learning.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.